Hello YouTube, I'm Purger. I'm an occasional PC builder, a reviewer, and a game reviewer. Today we're going to be reviewing Black Ops 6 in the 3 months after it released. It's almost 3 months. It got released in October, and we figured we would give it some time to actually do all the modes and actually talk about them. I'm here with Oracle Chaos and my girlfriend Ezzy. The first thing we're gonna do is talking about the campaign. And the campaign is a major improvement from the last 2 Modern Warfares. It's a pretty long campaign. It's got twists and turns here and there. It's what, like 8 hours?
Yeah, right about around there, 8 hours. 8 hours worth of playable content throughout the campaign.
What did you think about it?
Well, coming off the back end of Modern Warfare 3, I had low expectations, I won't lie. But this was a Call of Duty campaign that needed to come out, especially in today's standards. We are in the year 2025 now. And as most of you know, this campaign takes place right after the past missions in BO2, the 1989 missions to be exact. Now, spoiler alert, if anybody knows what happens there, you know Woods basically loses his best friend, or at least that's what Treyarch is quote-unquote telling us. Not gonna go into that, but basically, from what I'm understanding, it's basically continuing that story from where it left off, and we're now seeing Woods in a much more grounded state, where he is in the back seat helping this new crew out, figure out the secrets of this new organization, or I guess you could say secret organization, called Perseus. And I like that. I've always seen Woods as more of a grounded character, and the whole campaign as a whole, I personally enjoyed it very much. Lots of twists and turns, kind of a little shock moments here and there. A little bit of nostalgia as well, especially with some of the dialogue that's in there. I feel like everybody was on their A game. I'll admit, some missions kind of drag out a little. Some of them like kind of make you question a bit more, and some missions are like, oh god, just finish up already.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like, it's kind of like a mix of all of them. Like there's the good, there's the bad, and then there's just the long drag out moments, basically.
Yeah, I like what they did with Woods. I like that they told a little of his story after. They even, in the beginning of the campaign, they kind of hinted to how he felt about it.
Oh yeah, and we kind of see that throughout the campaign of him like dealing with, I guess you could say, trauma in his own shape and form, which he's still the good old lovable Frank Woods, which everybody knows that. He'll make some... Exactly, with an attitude, cracks a joke during dark situations, like of course, he's still the same Woods that we've known and grown up with.
The campaign does seem like it can be drawn out, but it was a good campaign, and I'm gonna give credit where it is.
So BO6 brings a fresh new campaign to the table. Lots of twists, lots of good like building up of the story, basically. Like I said, we got off the back end of MW3, basically, so like having this, it's like having a bowl of salad that you don't want, and then having a nice big old dessert, like, I don't know, think of chocolate cake or ice cream or some shit.
Huh.
BO6 is ice cream, MW3 is like a big bowl of dry salad or something.
Yeah.
Actually, a couple of plot holes in the story that kind of leave open at the end, because, I mean, does William K. survive? Does what happens to Woods and his group afterwards? Like what happens? Like what happens to Russell Adler? Are we gonna get a conclusion to that? Or, I mean, there's a lot of unopened answers, basically.
Yeah, they want to pump out that next game soon.
Yeah.
I'm excited for. I mean, there's so many. They do that on purpose.
It's Mason alive. Like, come on, that was the That was the big question throughout the fucking story. Like, is Mason alive or dead? Woods, where did you shoot him at? Did you shoot him in the head or the legs?
For real. And they kind of make you feel like it could change since BO2. I always went for the good ending.
Exactly.
So it is a matter of, does he actually live? Because the story isn't like, oh, you can just, you know, they did that with BO2 where you can choose the sides, but you don't really know what the story is until Treyarch actually tells you.
Yeah, and remember the tagline, the truth lies. Like, I feel like that's a big hint right there to what is really going on. Cause like, and also that was like, I don't know if like you saw some of the videos that the bigger YouTubers did, but like, apparently they were sent out to Treyarch and like they were sat in a room. It's like, okay, Alex Mason is dead throughout the rest of the campaign.
Damn.
They just straight up told that to all of them. So it's like, I mean, do you want to believe that, or I mean, you don't want to? I don't know.
And multiplayer, it's always changing every year. Yeah, it feels very different with this new movement system, and it makes it feel faster. I was just playing the old BO1 and BO2 the other day, and compared to this one's so much faster than the old ones.
Right. Like, it's the same with me. I personally like it because of the customization. Customization is great. You can basically load out how your map is. Like, you can have your target in the middle, and you can decide whether your map is like in the left corner, right corner, top corner, heck, in the middle. There's a lot of customization to it. Plus, I feel like with the gameplay, it's more, how do you say it, fluid, basically. But yeah, I feel like I have a lot more options when it comes down to movement. Like, for example, if I'm in a Nuketown game and, like, let's say somebody's coming through the greenhouse, I can move right really quickly and get away from him. Or if it's like an S&D match, like I said, I can move fast while planting the bomb and making sure nobody sees me. And then if he does see me, I can easily, I don't know, jump to the side or roll around and make sure this guy doesn't get me. Which is kind of great because you can always have you can actually turn 180 and watch your back while somebody is planting the bomb, basically. Like if you're laying on the ground, you can lean up, you can lean down.
The multiplayer mechanics, to me, feel really, really smooth. I like the new Omni movement because when you're getting sniped at, whether it's a big map, small map, even if you're just getting shot at, it makes it feel more alive, like you could turn on that player. You know, and if you're lucky enough, you can probably back dive and shoot the dude, which actually is really cool. I've done that. It's actually freaking awesome.
So when it comes down to most of the maps, for example, we have Derelict, we have Vault, we have Vorkuta, we have Skyline. We have all kinds of maps. There are technically two modes that you can do. You can do face-off, or you can just do the regular TDM matches and everything, you know, search all that. Basically just do regular matches. The face-off matches are smaller, more condensed maps. Like, for example, Stakeout. That is a very tiny map. It is literally just a 4x4 area where we run around this big apartment building and kill people, basically, in that one. Very quick, very fast, gotta be on your feet, all that. That's like the best for close quarter combat. If you are looking for easy skins, grind out, camos, all that, heck, just XP in general. Because most of them are all simple 3-lane maps, basically. That's what you're really gonna have. So that's like medium to large maps. They don't have any ground war at the moment, which I kind of wish they did. I feel like this would be a perfect game for ground war. They do have like 10v10 mosh pits where you can basically have like more than just the regular 6v6. For like, yeah, but most of the map designs are really good, but like, for example, like one map like Vorkuta, certain modes do not work on certain maps. Like, if I was to go on Vorkuta and play Hardpoint right now, I would have a very hard time. But if it was just, for example, a really good like TDM match, then yeah, I'd be able to do it. Because I've noticed in this game that a lot of certain maps do not have good fluids when it comes to, or fluid movement when it comes to like certain modes. For example, like I said, for example, Vorkuta, if you do hardpoint on there, you're most likely going to get sniped from the backside of the map. Skyline, out of all the maps that I probably mentioned, is probably going to be my favorite. It's a simple 3-lane map. You got a top side, you got a down side, you even have a basement area.
Overall, good movement, beautiful graphics, and our next game is gonna be the zombies part of it. It is better on here. The gameplay mechanics have improved as far as being round-based. We no longer have them trying to put objective-based gameplay to us. But it also feels like they put a lot of Warzone elements into it, like the plates and the armory. Back in BO2, they had things like the shield, things like the turbine, and it felt different at the time. Everybody's like, what is this, you know? But over time, I feel like they kind of got over ambitious with the amount of features to put in zombies, and that's kind of where I fell off with the zombies. Is it just feels like there's so much into it. You gotta plate up, you gotta get jug, you gotta upgrade your weapon, not only from the pack-a-punch but from the armory.
When it comes to zombies, one of the main taglines when the game was first revealed during the Xbox game reveal, one of the big taglines was round-based zombies is back. Now if they're saying round-based zombies is back, then there you go. That's your golden key to everything right there. That's a big comeback right there, and I feel like Treyarch hit all the notes this year when it comes down to zombies. It's continuing straight after the Cold War story about 6 years later, obviously with the time jump from 1980s to 1990s, obviously. When it comes down to that, so yeah. So, with the new mechanics, basically you have a lot of options to begin with. You have Gobblegums now. You still have the same field upgrades from the original, like Cold War or Vanguard. The augments are basically ways to upgrade your perks, basically through simple means. How you upgrade them is basically by getting them and getting XP with it, or just getting the perk in general. And the more you play with the perk, the more of these augments you get. And you have to research these augments. You gotta do one at a time, because obviously Activision wants you to sweat out the stats. I'll give you a couple of ways to upgrade your perk, like Speed Cola. If I wanted to have a faster reload like classic formula from World at War and Beyond, I could get that and apply it to Speed Cola and I would have faster reload. I know with PhD, you can either get PhD Slider from Black Ops 4, or you can have the traditional no fall damage PhD from like Black Ops 1, like Ascension basically. They have a lot of these maps are considered straightforward Easter egg maps. The very first map is Terminus, where you're basically on an island and it's a big ass prison. It's supposed to be resembling a Mob of the Dead, basically kind of having like its own twist there. And of course, it's I've noticed a formula throughout most of these maps where you get all geared up and everything with the weapon of your choice, all pack-a-punched and everything. Get all your perks, get a wonder weapon, which the wonder weapons this year are pretty interesting. We brought back the jet gun from BO2 Transit. There's I forgot what the other one was called. Basically it's like a beam smasher. That's what I'm thinking of. The beam smasher confuses your enemies like a laser at them. And of course, the classic Holy Ray Gun is back. You can put skins on it now. You can put skins on all of your wonder weapons now. That is a complete option now. It's like the same formula I was talking about. You get geared up, you get your wonder weapon, and then there's a boss fight. That's how all of these maps work. The other one that doesn't work like that is Liberty Falls, which, if you ask me, if you are going to grind for camos, I recommend Liberty Falls as a more open map. You can traverse the map a lot faster. Next map, which is currently out at the moment at the time of this recording, is Citadel de Mortis. That's kind of a mix between, if you don't want to follow the Easter egg, that's fine. You don't have to. You can basically just grind on there in the way you want to grind. Because they have zombie camos this year, which for the last, I want to say, 3 zombies we've had zombie camos. We're gonna go ahead and move on to the next topic, which is Gobblegums. Gobblegums make their glorious return from BO3, which of course they have some new ones, they have some old ones, and they, well, have some crappy ones, obviously. Like for example, as I was saying, there's one Gobblegum called Wonder Bar, where if you really wanted to, you can go to the box, pop that bad boy, and you get either a ray gun or the wonder weapon of that map, basically. And that is really cool in my opinion. Really cool. But yeah, I feel like zombies is a little harder this year. With some of the maps, it's kind of like a mix of all between. Some of them are like large, and some of them are kind of medium range, where like if you're not careful, you're gonna get stuck in a corner, because they do swarm you throughout the rounds. They will swarm you. And I feel like it's that perfect balance of hard and easy at the same time.
Zombies, it may not feel like the old days of BO1 and BO2, but it's definitely a lot better than the last 3 Call of Duties. And my girlfriend actually came from the OG Call of Duties, BO1 and BO2, so it's a lot different for her, especially this new Omni movement and mechanics of the game. I mean, what do you think about it, Ezzy?
It's a lot different than the other Black Ops. I like the different maps. Some are different and they have different challenges. I like the zip lines. I don't like that everything is expensive. Overall, I give the game a 7.5.
I give zombies I want to give it an 8. I don't want to give it a 9 because it's all that stuff in the game, the arm plates, everything. It would be a 9 if the only thing was the maps. But the maps are okay in my opinion. And the mechanics, the armor and all that extra stuff, it's kind of still overwhelming, but not too much. It benefits you. Like, it definitely helps you out in some sticks. I love using the electric field upgrade, especially that it's upgraded and you can use it as a turret. The medic, some things are good, some things are bad. Especially with the upgrades to the perks like revive, the last stand, where if you kill a zombie you can automatically revive yourself, things like that. But I give it an 8 out of 10 because it does have a lot of stuff to it, and it sort of in a way doesn't feel like old zombies, but it feels like something new, and it feels good, polished, brand new graphics, finally round-based zombies, and an Easter egg that might have potential for a great story.
I personally say 9 out of 10. Which, going back to what you were saying, the maps just, don't get me wrong, they're good, but they're just not there. Like, I want a good map to go on to where I can just easily grind, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, like, I feel like I'll give it a solid 9 because I like everything else about it. Like, I'm a big Zombies fan as a whole. It's just the maps, man. I mean, come on. Come on, like, I want to see some good maps. I want to see something that I can, like, go and, like, just like another, like, Keener to Toten style type map where I can just go on there and just kill a bunch of zombies, not have to stress about getting the pack-a-punch open through all these Easter egg steps and everything. It's like, just want to go on there and grind, basically.
Right. Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed this review with me and Oracle Chaos. The next video I'm going to be doing is either going to be a GPU comparison video between the 7900 XTX and the 7800, or it's going to be the Sleeper A video, that a Super Beast PC that looks like a normal HP. Stay tuned for the new videos coming out, and I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Let me know what I can do better in the comments. Give this video a like, and I'll see you guys for the next video.